California golden trout?
Yep. Golden.
Golden cutty.
Golden cat.
Evolution. It looks like he's performing some sort of dance. Is that enough for dinner tonight, boy? Oh, so yeah.
We're going to eat good tonight. Hey, leave out on there for bait.
That's probably me leaving it and checking out.
Yeah.
You know, the area,
Yeah.
So.
Off you go, Ronnie.
Oh, I'll drag up here.
Nah, I'll hold the rear up. Go ahead. Nah. You're going to be faster than me today.
Shit.
Get up there. Go on, get. We're back out on the CDT now after spending 3 days in Pagosa. So Freewheel ended up renting out an Airbnb, and his father, Dan the man, and his girlfriend Jess flew in from California. We had a good time. We kicked back, drank a few beers, and Dan the man cooked up a few storms. So it was good to get the rest, but it's also good to get back out on trail again now. And there's 9 of us here all together. So my sisters arrived, and the Drinking Horn Mead crew have arrived all down from Flagstaff. So we've just taken off from Cumbres Pass. They got here yesterday, and we ended up spending a night down along the river in these hot springs. So it was a beautiful start. Good way to catch up, good way to drink some mead. We had some beers, and I had some whiskey as well. But we've just set off from Cumbres Pass. We're going to try and do roughly about, I don't know, maybe 6 miles up until the before the next climb.
Are you going to take video of it there?
Yep.
You better be in one of your videos.
Your episode 15.
Devil's toilet.
Also known as Huero Loco.
Oh my god, that was so cool.
Fuck that. I ain't got no water. Just fucking onion.
No, I'm just saying, if you
Yeah,
take it with
no, I
you,
agree.
run a little water.
It's the second day out with the crew. We ended up camping in amongst some trees last night for cover because the wind was howling all night. So there was it would have been a stupid decision to camp on top of the ridge. So we were sort of scattered around. Myself, Ronnie, Nick and Evan sat around, had a few beers, had a few swigs of the finest mead, and I think we were drinking America. And we were in bed pretty early last night. Got up and going a little bit late this morning, but we're just out here to enjoy ourselves, out here to take it easy, do 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles. So we'll crank up further up this trail and try and get everyone up to the pass today if I can. So far so good.
Our parents divorced when we were quite young. Oh, wow, it was like he was always there. Bag break.
Oh, bag break. I was using...
Bag break.
Oh, okay.
Let's go, Ronnie. Venture off trails, one of the best spots.
do this like.
I would love to get it in there, but.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yes, sir.
That video with that. Leave the dying man alone.
I think it's pronounced Pomagony.
So, Evan, howdy, y'all.
Do what you want, but not if it.
Take it easy. See you later.
You
Five
want to
minutes.
sing Hoya?
Go.
Can I get Hoya?
Sweet. Stay safe
Bye.
and just stay on the trail.
Challenge accepted.
Don't get lost. Myself and Montana just said goodbye to the crew. So it was good to have Dan and Jess, my sister especially, and the guys from the Drinking Horn Mead out to join us for a couple of days. So I actually had the opportunity to interview Evan as well, the main man behind the mead. So it was the first time I've actually ever interviewed anyone, and it was short, sweet, and probably wasn't my best, but here goes. We're sitting here about 20 miles into the trail from Cumbres Pass in the south. Hold on, fuck's sake, I was about to say the South Sierras. South San Juans.
B-side.
Hey.
B-side.
Hey.
Where are we?
These are like really cool outtakes.
As,
You want to keep forever.
as I'm sitting here,
That was my bad. That was my bad. I'm leaving that.
I'm sitting here about 20 miles into the CDT from Cumbres Pass in the South San Juans. So I've got the legend himself from the Drinking Horn Mead. I think people will pick up that I've been wearing this guy's t-shirt for the last month and a half, and I also wore it through the 2018 Pacific Crest Trail. So I'm going to let this man explain everything what Drinking Horn Mead is about, and maybe he'll give you an insight of what mead actually is, because I've been trying to promote this guy for the last couple of years. So I'll hand it over to the man himself, Evan.
Oh, thank you, Darren. So mead is an alcoholic beverage fermented from honey. Just like wine is fermented from grapes, beer is fermented from grain. We take honey and ferment it into alcohol. Mankind's oldest known alcoholic beverage and backpackers' champion choice of beverage as well.
It's good for backpacking, as we
brought out a few liters. This is the end of 6 liters that we brought out with us. It's I mean, we put it in glass bottles so it stays safe and stays tasty, but when you're going backpacking, you want to bring glass with you. So we dropped it into a couple of the sacks. They make a nice, pretty easy, convenient, sturdy way to carry it with you. And I like it out here in the woods because it's a very natural drink.
Yes.
You know? There's no sulfites, there's no sorbates. It's just honey, yeast, water, and then whatever spices or fruit we throw into it. So it's as real as it gets.
So what was the 3 we had?
We had with us on this one, we had Methaglen, which is like a herby, sort of spicy one almost. We had America, which is our seasonal for 4th of July, as that's coming up. It's a blueberry hibiscus. And then the other one we brought with us was a black cherry, which is a seasonal from late spring that it disappears. It did out here.
Well, America is definitely a favourite of mine. I hiked a full bottle, a glass bottle up Mount Taylor and it was goddamn tasty, I'll tell you that. So I'll be definitely putting an order in for a bottle of that. So you can deliver all over the states?
35 states, we ship all the way to them. If you're in Arizona, you can find it everywhere. Your local gas stations and Whole Foods will all be carrying it.
Yep. And what's the plans for Christmas? Because I know it's going to be a good drink for Christmas.
Oh, we start warming things up for Christmas as it gets cold. We're going to be heating up the methylene, heating up the apple. There's a whole bunch of them that you can just kind of throw in a crock pot, warm them up, throw a little mulling spice in there.
So how can everyone get in contact with you?
Check us out. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Stitcher, you name it. Just search for Drinking Horn Meadery and you'll find us on whatever medium you're looking for.
And if anyone's passing through Flagstaff, the guys just recently opened up a meat hall.
Yeah.
So what's that all about?
It's this big long hall that you can go in there, get meat on tap. It's got big long table just like it's traditionally supposed to be. It's a meat hall is a community meeting grounds, you know.
And you have your own Viking?
Yeah, yeah, a couple of them now.
So your website?
Yeah, if you want to get on there, order some meat, it's going to be www.drinkinghornmeadery.com.
Yep. I actually should have asked more questions. Probably more proper questions, to be honest with you. So, but look, to be honest with you, the guy's mead is next to none. He pours his heart and his soul into his business, and it shines through the flavours of his mead. So, if you are looking for a bottle in the coming weeks or the coming months or leading up to Christmas, he's giving you the details, and I'm telling you now, you will not be disappointed. And if you give it as a gift, the person receiving the gift won't be disappointed either. So I'm actually looking forward to my next installment. So I've asked for two large bottles and 2 small bottles, so I can hike 2 bottles out with me this time as opposed to carrying the large one. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can time getting into a town for my birthday on the 9th of July. So fingers crossed it all works out. But definitely we had a fantastic time with the whole group, and now it's time for us to march on. We've about a 10.5 mile hike to a lake where we're going to stop and wait for Freewheel tonight. So he's he's gone back to the road with his dad and Jess to say goodbye. So we're going to march up into the mountains. I think we're going to camp above 12,000 feet tonight. Should be interesting. It's the second time in 2 days that I've had to climb this mountain, but I couldn't care, and it's cold, and I couldn't care less about that either, because I'm back in the mountains. I'm back in the mountains. I've just sat down to have some lunch beside this beautiful, beautiful little alpine pond, and I'm getting swarmed by mosquitoes. Welcome to the Alpine Lakes. Unreal. Incredible. Maybe I should have came over here. down there. All sitting around. Yeah. What a day. What a spectacular day. We're probably about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away from camp now. And by that stage we'll have done 10.5 miles for the day. Just waiting for Freewheel to catch up. Montana's just off to my right hand side here now. Well, what a spectacular day. We're surrounded by water again, which is good. Surrounded by snowmelt, lakes, creeks. I even seen a herd of elk way down into this valley. They were hidden up in the trees. And now I'm going to sit down here and have a snack and take in this view. Unbelievable. Incredible. Hasn't stopped. Has not stopped. Over 11,000 feet. I think I'm up about 12 now, 12.1. We're going to be camping up around here somewhere. It's great to be out of the wind. Time to cook up a storm.